This is the plaintiff, Robert Lewis. He says the defendant, his brother, borrowed money to start a website, and once he got the cash in his hot little hands, poof, he disappeared. Eventually, he tracked him down and asked him to start making payments. His dear brother cussed him out and told him not to nickel and dime him. Huh? All he knows is he's owed $3,000 and he wants it back here and now. This is the defendant, Michael Lewis. He says the plaintiff came into a windfall of money, gave him some as a gift, and then blew through the rest of it in a couple of months. Now he's coming to him demanding to be paid back for a gift, and that's not very brotherly. In fact, he resents the plaintiff for being forceful, aggressive, ugly, and definitely owes him nothing. He's accused of not being a loving brother.
Let I get 10 bids for one, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Robert Lewis.
Yes.
You are suing your brother, Michael Lewis, for $3,000 that you say you loaned to him and he has refused to repay. According to you, that was a gift, correct?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Lewis, how did you come about to loan your brother, Michael, this money?
Well, Your Honor, a few years ago, I was in a bus accident and I got hurt pretty bad. So I stayed with the doctors and the lawyers.
Right.
So I had a cervical and a lumbar fusion.
Okay.
It was serious pain. And now here's 6 years later, the case comes through and the lump sum comes in.
Okay.
And everybody gets paid. The child support, I take care of my son. I got $9,000 receipts for taking care of him, lovely son. And it's extra money. So now I'm going to have a little fun. I'm at home. I got a nice house. All the bills are paid to zero. And the girlfriend left, and I'm still there by myself.
Party.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so my brother's concerned now.
How much money did you have left over once everybody got paid and all the bills paid?
I had about $53,000.
So your brother?
And so I guess it's burning on his mind that he can do something to help me out and do some investing. So I got the money in July. About a couple weeks later, he comes by, said he took a half an hour to explain to why this business would be so good.
So he was giving you an investment opportunity in a business he was going to build?
Yes.
Okay, and what was the business?
Skateboard apparel company.
A physical one or a web one?
A pure play, web-based.
Web-based.
Yes.
And I want to know what it was he was proposing to you.
A skateboarding business that's going to blow up and take over and make all this money. Right, but what was he
proposing for you to do?
And me to loan him some money,
invest in the business?
Loan some money, and then when I get my head clear, I can come in and join him. I said, I don't care about no business, really. I can start business. I got business ventures of my own.
So he asked you to invest in the company, or he asked you to loan him? Those are two different things.
To invest in the company.
Invest in how much in the company?
I guess he asked me for $3,000, and I'm like, wow, you asked me for that type of money. I said, you got to pay it back. You got to get a contract. He said, I'll write up a very professional contract. I said,
okay, was there a contract written?
He's supposed to write up the contract, and give it, go to my mother, and go get the money and write up the contract about the business.
Okay, but go get the money from who? Your mother?
From my mother. She went to the bank.
So why didn't you have contract first, money later?
Because he was supposed to write it up. He is my brother.
I know,
but later, write it up.
Right.
Write it up before he got the money out the lockbox.
And why didn't Mom insist on that?
Because he's my brother, and he's supposed to take care of that stuff.
Okay.
And make
so
the
what
payments
happens?
back
That
to
was
me.
when? What date did that happen?
I got the money on July 17th. By August, the first week in August, he was over there knocking on the door.
Okay, so when did you give him the money, though, or your mom give him the money?
About August.
Okay.
The first week in August.
And then when do you say to him that you need to get paid back?
About November.
Okay.
So he didn't have it. I got upset.
What's your story on this?
I didn't borrow any money from my brother. I asked him to make it an investment in the business. How it first happened, I didn't know he even got the money because he told my mother not to tell me he got his award, okay?
Why? Was he worried you'd hit him up for money?
My mother told me. He told her not to tell.
When your mother told you, what was the first thing you did?
I said, oh, that's nice, but that's his money.
And then you walked over there and said, how about $3,000?
No.
Okay.
No.
So tell me, I want to understand. According to you, what you did was you offered him an investment opportunity.
How it started was this. I asked my brother if he would like to get in on the business venture with me, okay? How it began was this. He came to my house borrowing money from me because he had, I guess, spent his money at the limit at the bank already. You couldn't get no more out. So he came to me because he was on a binge.
Okay.
All right, so.
What kind of binge?
Drinking and drugging binge. This is really crazy that we're even here, but like.
Yeah, I'll say.
It is.
Did you two grow up in the same house?
Yes, we did. And that's
So
the
you
that's
guys,
the
did you
tragedy.
guys sleep in the same room?
Yeah.
At one point we did, and this is the
All the way through high
tragedy.
school to
And
17
it
years
really
old.
is sad.
It is sad that we're here today, Your Honor.
Your
Like,
Honor.
I've been in the business for a long time, so writing contracts and dealing with people is what I do.
Okay, if it was what you do, then why didn't you write a contract that tells me that this was not a loan, that this was an investment?
Because it was a gift.
No, it wasn't, Your Honor.
Because
I thought
it
you
was-
said you came to him for an investment.
Because when I first did, he said, "Don't worry about it." Because it was an investment, and I said, "We'll be partners on this." He said, "Nah, man, don't worry about it. You know, I just need to borrow a couple of dollars from you tonight." I said, "Well, what about this business venture?" He said, "Don't worry about it. I'll give you the money. Don't worry about it. Just let me get $100 from you now." At that point, I brought it to my mother's attention, and I said,
Okay.
"Mom, you know
Is that
what?"
Mom?
That's Mom.
Yes, that's Mom.
Mom, come on up.
I said to her, "Mom," I said, "he's going to loan me
I'm
this
going to
money."
hear what you said to Mom and what he said to Mom right now from
That's right,
Mom.
from Mom.
Tell me what you know, Mom.
My son Michael, after I guess I had told him, you know, so your brother really don't want you to know about it, but he got some money.
Why are you telling Michael that?
Because
he
he's
won't
my
give it
son.
Yeah, but why are you telling Michael that?
Well, I don't know.
Why are you telling Michael that? So he can get himself some?
No,
No?
not really, because I figured if Robert wanted to give him some, he would.
Right.
You know, give him
Robert
some.
wanted you to not tell him that he got the money, so
Yes.
there's got to be a reason.
Yes.
Anyway, go ahead.
Yes. But anyway, Michael said to me, he said, well, he got that money, you know, maybe you can talk him into, you know, letting me have some money for my business. And I wasn't really sure on that, but I did bring it up to Robert. And he kind of hedged on it a little bit. And then I said, well, you have to talk for yourself. I can't, you know, I can't persuade him.
Okay. Was it a loan or was it a gift or was it an investment?
It came off to me as a loan for his business.
Okay. And what makes you say that? It came off to you that way, why?
Because Michael had said to me that after his money is gone, he'll always have something coming back to him
Okay.
when my business takes off.
All right. So that's what made you feel it was a loan.
Yes.
Okay. The other thing it could be is an investment, but we know that's not true because you say it was a gift. And if it was a gift, why would there be anything coming back to him?
The reason
That's
why
your mother who just testified.
That's right,
that.
because I told him, I said, he told me it was a gift. And I said, Bob, you know what, you giving me money, it was real, a good gesture. I said, but if the business takes off, I'll give it back to you. I said, but as far as you.
Is it a gift or is it not a gift?
Let's see, that's the whole thing. It was a gift, Your Honor. It was a gift.
Mr.
because-
Lewis?
No, it's not a gift.
Okay.
I gave my sister a gift
When
to go
he
to
picked up the
Cancun.
money, you gave your sister money?
Yes, to go to Cancun. When she went on a trip to Cancun, I gave her money. Said, go have
gave
Maybe
Mom
that's, maybe, go ahead.
You gave Mom money, but
Yes, I
Bobby.
did.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe Mr. Lewis doesn't like that you gave sister and mom money, but not your brother.
No, that's not the case, Your
Amen.
Honor. I mean,
Amen.
it sounds
Amen.
good on
It does.
TV.
Amen.
but
It does
doesn't.
sound right, doesn't it?
And welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So, would you sue your brother if he stiffed you to the tune of $3,000?
Yes, I would.
Why?
Because I want $3,000 for myself.
Well, fair enough. What do you think?
No, because it's family, and I wouldn't do that to family.
Yeah, but if the brother was just taking advantage of you, what about that?
Absolutely sue him. Get him out of here. That's
So
terrible.
you would sue him?
Absolutely.
You know what? If it's $3,000 and he's just saying, to you, right? Going inside the courtroom.
Look, I have one issue in front of me,
Yes.
okay? And that's I've got to decide whether this was a loan or this was a gift, okay? Because the option of it being an investment opportunity is off the table, given the fact that the defendant has said it wasn't an investment thing, that it was a gift. And that, hey, if my business takes off, then I'll pay you back, but otherwise I won't, okay?
no,
because it's a gift.
Well, the thing was,
Okay,
is
no,
how it was stated
stop,
to me.
stop. I have to tell you that I am concerned that your mother says that money was going to come back to him. That's not a gift.
But
That's a loan.
I have a concern that she said cut to the umbilical cord. she's been taking him and carrying him for his 53 years.
I take care of my
and
mother
so
with
all of a sudden,
$thousands.
Your Honor, like, because I've had a business, because he believes I have the ability to pay him back, that's why we're here today. This is about lack of maturity, responsibility,
Maybe it's just
acceptance.
about $3,000 that you said you'd pay back and then you haven't.
Well, no, it's not about that. It's about the fact that it was a gift, Your Honor. I would not come in here.
I find that it was not a gift because I cannot listen to your mother's sworn testimony, who obviously doesn't want to hurt you. She's your mother and she loves you, okay? And I cannot listen to that and think that it was a gift. I don't think it was a gift. I think that maybe you found out about all the gifts he gave elsewhere and you feel like it's not right or it's unfair or whatever else.
That wasn't the case, Your Honor.
I find that based on this evidence, it's not a gift. I find in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $3,000.
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes.
Okay, so the plaintiff has won this case. This is one of the brothers out here, the defendant. What's going through your mind right here to be in here with your family like this?
Yeah, you know what? It's really a tragedy, but like I said, you know, it was a gift. I told him that if it were to come about, I would pay him back from the business profits. But because it's my brother, that's why I said I would pay him back. Because I knew his state of being. I knew he was in bad shape. And if, by him winning the day, he's going to throw this money away too, because of his lack of maturity. But it is what it is.
Well, what if the tables were turned around? What if he said to you right now, I need $3,000? Would you give it to him?
If I had it, yeah. Because I know how he lives. I know how he does. It really is bad that we're here today.
All right, right around the corner, documents are waiting for you. You follow him around the corner there. Step on in here. Does it pain you to have to be in here suing your brother like that?
I didn't want to bring him here because, you know, we grew up together and he got a good job. We both make a lot of money. But I said if he makes a lot of money at his job, well, he'll have a reason to pay back.
Let me talk to Mom. Mom, how much does this hurt you to see your boys in court like this?
Well, I hate to see it, but I think justice has been done by the decision of the judge.
And is there any estrangement in the family? How do you guys get along?
I tried to use this to bring us back together because money destroys families, and all he had to do was make an effort, and he didn't make an effort no matter how I was living. And
you gonna reach out to him?
Yes, I am, because I love him and his son.
Harvey?
Love him.
Okay, Kurt, you know what? There is something called mediation, and they have these neighborhood mediation services, especially in big cities, where you don't have to go to court and you can sit down with the other person and kind of hash it out. It's a way of preserving feelings within a family, so it's something you might want to check out. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.